of the things that you asked about Wisconsin Women Equal Prosperity, which was an initiative to find ways for Wisconsin to better harvest the talents of women as we look at our economic development picture. And I got a call one day from the head of the chamber then in Viroqua, Wisconsin.
Okay.
And Viroqua was going through a highway bypass being instituted, and it was going to have a profound effect on their small businesses. And a downtown that they had just revitalized, just filled every storefront. It was so exciting. And they were struggling in their communications with the Department of Transportation. They had ideas about how they could better support the viability of those businesses through the construction period and through the shift of the bypass. And they weren't getting the kind of response they needed. So all of a sudden it occurred to her, she thought, we have 77% of those downtown businesses are either women-owned or women-managed.
Yes.
So she called me and said, what can Wisconsin Women Equal Prosperity do for us? So we held a hearing there, and what the generous people of Viroqua did, led by the chamber, was to take their experience and chronicle it, because as she said, we were like kindergartners at the beginning. We didn't know what to expect, at what pace, and what questions we should be asking, and where we should put pressure. So they developed a guide for other communities, but it was all fueled by the notion of our downtown is surviving and vital and is animated by women-led businesses.
And Viroqua is a very, very nice community.
Yes.
And we deal with their Main Street because, as you know, Pere has a Main Street
Yes,
program.
of course.
I meet with them a lot.
Yes.
And they're one of the communities I call when we have a question, because I've only been doing our Main Street initiative myself for 3 years. So when I have questions, I call them. But I didn't realize it was 77%. I knew it was high.
Yeah. At that point, a few years ago. It was very exciting, though, because we were able to, the Department of Transportation simply hadn't been invited in at that level for such an extensive conversation. It turned out to be very productive, and I hope and trust continues to inform the way they work.
I would say that it does. As we've been working with the Department of Transportation on a number of transportation issues in and around De Pere and in our area, and as Highway 41 begins its process, they've been, I have to say, I was prepared and girded to have to battle for everything that we needed. We knew that we needed to help our businesses be successful. And I think they've learned, because they have been, I would say, not just proactive, but they've listened to everything along the way. So
proud
I think
of
they've
the
done very
effort
well.
and proud of our Department of Transportation for listening so hard and working so hard.
I have to say I've been very impressed, and I wasn't prepared to be impressed. I was prepared to have to fight tooth and nail, and we haven't needed to, which is really good to know. Really good to know. One of the things that we talk about is the numbers of businesses, and especially small business. And what I found was a little confusing, and I wonder if other women business owners or women who would be women business owners are confused where to go. So I went and I checked in the Small Business Administration site, just trying to find, okay, what is the definition of small business? Well, I found that there really isn't one.
No, there isn't, and it's sort of a moving target.
Yes.
It is a moving target. In Wisconsin, the Small Business Administration partners with a variety of organizations in the state. And one of the things that I learned while we were doing the stimulus package press events with SBA loans, and they had put an awful lot of money into the microloans. And for many women-led businesses, small businesses, it's a small amount of money that they need. And the microloans are a tremendous boost because they always come with expertise as well. There's technological support and business plan expertise, et cetera, that comes with the loan. So it has a much deeper value to a business. And we have a lot of microlenders in the state. One of them is the Wisconsin Women in Business Corporate, Wisconsin Women
in Business Corporation,
Business Corporation, WIBIC, out of Madison, and they have, and Milwaukee. Milwaukee is their main office, but they operate across most of the state, including northeastern Wisconsin, and they are very skilled at helping women find all of the ways that they can bring resources to their effort to create and to grow businesses.
Yes, and I checked their website, and I know they have the financial resources, which are incredibly important, but they have a lot of educational resources as well. And on the screen, there'll be a list of all of those, a number of sites that your office shared with us, as well as the link to your your website at Lieutenant Governor's office
Great.
that I know has a lot of great resources.
Great.
And then our website as well has resources that we'll be pointing people to and growing our wealth of information and trying to be that connection point, especially as we launched the Women's Interest Council.
We were excited to have Nell Merlino, who founded Make Mine a Million,
Yes.
a national program understanding again that women-owned businesses have too much of a struggle getting to their to the capital that they need to grow, and wanting to inspire women-led businesses to see how they can imagine and get to that next step and move into a new range. So she's come into the state twice,
Yes.
and we had lots of businesses be part of her competition and win money and expertise that helps them grow. So that has been very exciting. And then we hosted Phenomenal and I'm trying
the other one as well. It's Angels.
Phenomenal Angels is a small investor, and then a group out of New York and Washington, D.C. that is supporting women's startups, high-tech and biotech startups. And they came and did a program in Madison. They did one in New York and one in California and one in Madison,
Nice.
which is very exciting.
Well, Barbara, thank you very much. I really appreciate you coming in, and because I know that you're headed back down to Madison today. Appreciate this. Appreciate everything you've done. We all talk about people we admire, and I'm very gratified that in my just 9 years here in Wisconsin, we've had you in Lieutenant Governor's office, because you're a great model. My daughter wants to go into politics, and she often has mentioned to me, Mom, how do we move to a state that has such a great woman in office here?
Oh, that's wonderful. I just hope to see all state chambers adopting your focus on women-led businesses, because I think it's very smart and it will only pay increasing returns to the regional economies.
Exactly. Thank you very much, Barbara.
Thank you.